Having a Fox body, it's really about the journey. Your feelings change. Sometimes you just want to do something different. Sometimes you want to go back to the way things were. And today that's what we're going to do. Look at this old seat behind me here. Today, we're going to clean these old seats up. We're going to get them back in the Retro Fox because I actually prefer the way these sit in the Retro Fox over the seats that are currently in there. Each car has its own feel, and I think for the Retro, these were perfect. And I always kind of knew that, but when the chance came to upgrade, I upgraded. But to be honest with you, I think this is just a better fit. So with that being said, let's go ahead and try to clean these things up. These seats need to be pressure washed, but I don't have time because I didn't think it through. So what we're going to do instead is do our best just to surface clean these things, get them back in the car. If I don't like it, I can always pull them back out later on. But we got a lot of work to do, y'all. We're going to hit it with this. Pretty common. Something you can get from the auto parts store. And let's just see what happens here. Okay. I can already tell you that's not working too good. We're gonna pull out the big guns. Well, let's say big guns. This, if anything can do it, this should do it. Now there's stronger stuff out there. Simple Green isn't the strongest of the chemicals that I have, but this should be nice and safe for these seats. After you wet a seat down like this a lot, just throw a couple towels on the seat whenever you're done. And that towel will help obviously dry up some of that moisture and clean the seats for you while the towel's sitting on the seat. It'll move around and kind of have this type of action as you're riding around. We've got some stainage going on here. I'm hoping the pressure washer can get it out. I don't even know if it can, honestly. I don't know. This might not work out the way we wanted it to. Well, I'm gonna play around with these seats a little bit. The other seat's not that bad at all. So this is the passenger side seat. Let me see what I can do with it and then I'll let you guys know. You're not gonna believe this and you're not gonna wanna see it. Brake cleaner. I know. It's gonna stink like hell for a while, but look at that. That big white spot's coming up. So something sticky that was on the seat. I can't remember what it was. It's not probably what you nasty bastards. But there was something on the seat that was sticky that come from, I guess, working on the car. And believe it or not, this is working out pretty good so far. I don't know what it'll look like when it dries up, but this is that cheap Royal King, Royal, it's that stuff. It's like $2 a damn can. So the headrest has a little stain on it as well. You know what? I can deal with that. I can clean the rest of this in the car, so I'm not too concerned. I know the question is, why are you trying to save these base model, like I think they're like from a 2006 Mustang? Why are you trying to save them? These were actually the first seats that I ever put in this car. It had a set of like cheap eBay race seats that I think were originally red and they painted them black. They were rough. But those were the first seats that I ever put in the car. And I had to modify them to make them work, and they fit really good. They looked good in the car. It sat good. But at that time, I wanted that period correct Fox body, so I was kind of always searching for some black tweed. Never really found them, but LMR came out with their version of the seat, put them in the car, and I liked it, but it was such a different ride from the other seat. The current seats, the LMR seats in here, are great seats. But they sit high and they have a lot of spring to them, all right? I like a seat that you just kind of sit down in and you're locked in, right? And believe it or not, those seats are kind of like that. Owning a Fox body is a fluid thing. It's ever changing. You know, your mindset's gonna change, your attitude's gonna change towards your car, and just roll with it if it does. It's not the end of the world. With that being said, let's go ahead and get this other seat out. That is not the right size. Oh man, I think it was 2020. We had just got the shop built and my mom came out to help me put the seats in the car. Anyway, when I put the seats in the car, you see that? That's where that's been ever since the day I put these in 2020. When I tell you this car is getting some love that is needed for a while, I mean it. These seats just use the Fox body stock sliders. So we're just gonna go ahead and remove these, and what we have to do is put a spacer in between the slider and the seat. Don't laugh, but this is what we're using. We're gonna cut this thing up and put a section in here about that long and bolt it all down. Let me go ahead, get these disassembled. I'll pick back up with you guys and we'll start putting everything back on the new seat. What up?
Yo, what are you doing?
Swapping out some seats, videoing.
I don't want to hurt your push rod feeling.
I'm all up in my push rod feelings tonight.
You got us on the luck up there at Foxtoberfest.
Got you on the luck up, huh? Oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's got some push rod motor that's like a hot streak, but it's like Dad's hot streak motor. I beat the Coyote guy with the clapped out F-150 motor with 300,000 miles on it.
Hey, you were the one talking shit, so you get what you get, baby. So what I decided to do is drill a hole in the top of this so that I can get a 1/2 inch socket down in here. Like I said, it's just a spacer. It's 1.5 inches tall. Some of you guys, maybe if you're like 6'4", you could probably get away without any of this. But I've noticed even with some, 6'1", 6'2", everybody likes just a little bit more spacer in it because you're sitting on the floor if you don't. But it's not perfect. I mean, I had to, whatever. And just to remind you guys, these are the size 4 bolts that are holding the seats together that came out of the car. So as you can see, the ones that I put in there are actually just a touch bigger, not much. Hope it lines up. That's always the issue. And I'll get back to you and we'll look at the seats back in the car once again. Woo! I'm excited, y'all. I'm ready to have the retro back with these seats. It sits real low, real nice. All right, we got the seat in the car. Subtle, but I like it. All right, I'm gonna sit down in this thing. The difference seats will make, man. Y'all, this is gonna sound crazy, all right? And I get it, but hear me out. Sometimes it's the little things. We talk about it all the time, but like these seats, man, it sounds crazy. But these seats are just absolutely perfect for this car. The way they feel, it just feels like home, I guess, is a good way to describe it. I do have a broken bolt up there that I really need to do that fix on it. But I really like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the other one. And that's it. We'll get them cleaned up and I'll show you guys what it looks like. And we'll talk a little bit more. But just know, we're going to change our mind from time to time, and that's fine. We're able to do that. I changed my mind, and I'm kind of going back to the way this car was because I remember I used to drive this thing quite a lot, actually, kind of daily did. And lately, I've not wanted to do it as much, and I think, just little things like this. We fix this down here, put a new piece on, getting the old seats back in the car. We're going to do some suspension work. We're going to do some steering work and all on this car. And I think it's really going to be awesome to drive again. Also, new window motors in it. It's going to be cool. Well, about 2.5 hours later, here we go. We're done. Now, the seats are still dirty, so don't judge it based off of that. I guess you're not going to look at these and say, oh, those look so great. But here's the thing with it. You don't have to look at this and say, oh, that's awesome. You did such an awesome job. I want to do it to mine. What this is about is reminding you guys to do the things that you like to do to your car. Whatever it is that makes you happy. Sometimes you got to backtrack in life. Sometimes you do something and it works for a while. You enjoy it. And then, the temperature changes. And you just want to do something different. And it's okay to kind of go back and forth. I mean, these are extremely nice seats over here. Look at these. I mean, they're brand new. Brand new. Beautiful seats, right? But still yet I chose those. Now, I may eventually buy a nicer set, but I think these are the seats that I prefer in this car. So just remember, guys, do whatever it is that you want to do and don't worry about what anybody else thinks. It doesn't even matter. Now, Berger's tall ass, he's going to really like this because these sit a little bit lower, even with the spacers under them. So I'm sure he's going to like that once he drives it. All right, we got some more parts coming in for the Retro Fox, so stay tuned because it's going to be awesome. We're going to really get this thing to where I feel like I can drive it every single day. The engine runs great on this car. There's really no major issues. So I do feel like once we do these few little mods that we want to do to it, I'm going to want to drive this thing all the time, other than maybe a gear change. This car has 373 gears, and with it being supercharged, having heads, cam, it's got a little bit of torque, and it's kind of hard on street tires to drive. So once again, I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, right? But I may go to a 327 gear on this car and change up the exhaust. I think that's going to be about the sweet spot for the Retro Fox because it's not a race car. We got to remember that. Sometimes they don't all have to be race cars. Also, I'm going to include a little bit of footage where Zach picked up the car. It's not much, but it's a little bit. And if I'm feeling like it, I may include a little bit of footage of me and Memphis riding our e-bikes. That has been so much fun, y'all. That's that thing that I needed outside of doing this and turning wrenches and editing video, was to just get out and do something with my daughter. So I'll just include a little bit of footage like that just to remind you guys to get out, spend time with your family, take a break from the cars. It's not all about that, although it seems to be. All right, look, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, and as always, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, we got our new wheels and tires. That's all you can see for now. Catch you in the next one, and as always, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave you with a little different video. I don't think I've ever done this on the channel. So this is myself and Memphis, my daughter, riding our e-bikes. I'm including this footage because I think it serves as a reminder to do fun things.
Where do we need to go? Where are we going?
I don't know. I guess back the other way.
Yeah.
We work on cars. We have jobs. We have other hobbies. We have other responsibilities. Yes, we're adults, but we can still have fun. And we need to share these good times with our kids, with our family, and with our friends. I preach this all the time because I need to hear it myself. Yeah. So these are words of wisdom to me as well. Let this serve as a reminder to get out and have fun. That was pretty cool.
That hurt.
Yeah?
My ankle, or my knee. Something grabbed it and just pulled it.
Oh, that's cool.
I remember me and Madison, Aubrey, I think, were riding down here, and it was about right here, probably right here, and we hit a bird, and we picked it up and brought it to the house.
Oh, really?
I remember that.
Which way you want to go? Down there or back? Which way?
There. I guess I can go down there. Yeah.
You want to go across and go over to the bridge? We don't always have to bring our kids up to where we are as adults. Get down on their level. Enjoy some time with them. Do things together. Look, nothing wrong with working hard. There's damn sure nothing wrong with playing hard either. So, have fun out there. Enjoy life. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.